Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm Milena.
Lola.
And we're watching Sopranos.
Episode 6.
We're halfway through the show.
Oh my god, yes,
We've been
someone
halfway
said
through the
this.
show in the last episode.
Someone said this. We're now
Few of
halfway
them,
through.
yeah.
Okay.
Can I tell you
halfway.
another thing?
What?
Somebody wrote something along the lines, monsters starting in June. What?
Monsters starting in June?
That person is counting.
I believe that they are correct. It's
But
just like what do you mean?
It sounds impossible.
The concept of time strange on our channel. Sometimes, like I swear, when we started a show, I'm like, God, we're gonna watch this for decades. You know what I mean? And then
all
suddenly,
of a
like
we
you
start
blink,
finishing it.
and I have to like come up with another poll.
Or like we're halfway through the show. You know, like
this makes no
in
sense.
my mind, Sopranos is gonna last for so fucking long.
Yeah.
After that, we're not gonna have to think about it because like God knows when that's gonna come. What do you mean we're halfway through the show? We just started.
This makes zero sense.
This, like, I could not believe when I read it, honestly. Even though, yes, we're on season 4. Just because I think, especially for this show, just because we've been prologuing to play it for like years. You know,
Yes.
like we
intentionally
we were intentionally not putting it on the polls.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's been a while since we had it in mind that we were gonna watch it, and now we're
finishing it.
Makes no sense, honestly, if you ask me.
I'm so excited to play this episode. Again, season 4 has been just very strong for me so far. I'm having so much fun with every single storyline. So I'm just looking forward to see what we do in this one. We know where Adrian is. It's not a good place.
We know where Carmela is.
Yes, and that's looking at Furio. There's that.
Trying to have an affair.
Yeah. Tony
not looking at his wife.
No, looking at a horse. Which is better than looking at another woman. Again, from all the things that he does, cheating is the least of my concerns, you know what I mean? If he was just a serial cheater, this would have been, you know, he wouldn't have been an evil man, I guess.
I'd still be not liking him.
Yeah. I mean, me neither. But like then it would have been a different show. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Then like the bar, the standards for what is allowed and what isn't allowed would be different.
I also am missing a bit therapy sessions between Tony and Ralphie. I would love to have that in any episode, you know, but like I feel like we concentrated on maybe a bit different characters than Tony, you know, like I was about to say Scott again. God. On Chris,
halfway through
Adriana,
the show.
Carmela, kids, Johnny.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they've been prime characters a bit in this season. So like makes sense that like nothing's
like
changing
something needs
with
to
Tony,
like take a back seat every time. Like
yes, but like nothing's changing right now with Tony. Like something
constant.
needs to change, you know, or like happen or doesn't. I would still love to have any therapy session because like I adore them.
I mean, I think they will come. I'm sure, like if we had them every time, it would have like been repetitive. Like,
definitely.
It wouldn't have worked. So let's see what happens in this episode. That's
very
basically
excited.
My point.
Yes.
Look at the title of the episode.
Everybody hurts.
That's a song, but also it does not bode well for everyone. But also nothing new.
We're back. Oh.
Well, everybody hurts. It's gonna be an episode of us seeing how everyone deals with their own problems. Like they go to drugs. Tony potentially like horse racing, gambling. Carmela goes with Furio. And he is high out of his fucking mind.
God.
Is this AJ's group of friends?
It's true, dude. They're gonna start dragging. Yeah, because his old man will put a horse's head in some senator's bed.
Ah, we know the reference!
You ever get paranoid? They're like shooting your house like in Godfather 2? They probably got armed.
We still didn't watch that one.
You have attack dogs on the front.
The actor.
No.
I don't recognize it.
What about drugs and prostitution?
He's playing in something in Batman
Is that as a strip club though?
as well.
Let's go.
This one.
Yeah.
Paul. Strippers coming in and out, right?
Paul, maybe something.
I gotta make it my number one priority. To limit my exposure to potentially damaging conversations and wiretap shit like that.
Sure, guy in your position.
Over the next couple of years, more and more, I'm gonna be giving my orders through you. And then finally, Only through you. One thing they're not.
Family.
God, I knew I was gonna roll my eyes at the manipulation.
You. It's a matter of trust. You're gonna take this family into the 21st century.
And we're already in the 21st century. Whatever you say, I'd follow you into the gates of hell. That's what I was gonna say to you. What you did for me, that fuck who killed my father. I'll never forget that. I only hope I'm worthy.
Why wouldn't you be worthy?
Just saying.
Like, he literally needs to believe that that guy killed his father, and he's just going with that.
Yeah, this looks familiar.
All this stuff?
Oh my goodness. I didn't know anybody else was here.
I just used the men's room.
Out in the open, literally. And yet Tony does not notice anything.
Oh, he doesn't pay attention to her.
Sometimes I worry about Furio.
I bet you do.
Doesn't he seem lonely? Anyway, I think she's ready for somebody nice. Yeah, she seemed very receptive when I described Furio to her.
She's not his type.
No. Brought it over to Globe Motors to have it looked at. And I was talking to Jerry in the service department. Remember that nice sales lady?
What happened?
Gloria Trillo, she gave me a ride home that day.
What
Okay.
happened?
You know what Jerry told me about her?
What?
She died.
You what?
She committed suicide. Isn't that awful? Mr. Empathy over there. She hung herself from a chandelier. Good evening, Vesuvio.
How is this how you give me the information? Is that Ana de Armas? What?
I don't think so.
No?
Is it?
I think it is.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's kind
No,
of funny.
and I don't think she... How old is she? I don't think she's old enough to be this old in this TV show.
Little pictures.
She looks familiar.
I don't know, it's not her.
No, she doesn't look familiar now at all.
Do you mind if I ask what for?
Some business in France.
God, I cannot believe... I mean, I'm wondering how this is gonna affect Tony's now.
Jesus. Okay.
A loser.
Well, Charmaine, I don't think you know Elodie's brother, Jean-Philippe.
Can you clear off table 4? Thank you. What was about Arthur, huh?
It's just a venture capital thing with Jean-Philippe. I'm sure we'll pass you incredibly high water school of business standard.
Artie, you want to bring in some meaningful money? Why don't you get your friend Anthony Soprano to pay his tab? It's close to $6,000, Arthur.
I could have an empire like Bobby Flay, and it still wouldn't be good enough for you.
God spare me.
Okay, I'll make you a deal, Artie. We'll start working on your empire right after we pay the $10,000 of all the venture moves it's going to need this year.
She really is the silver lining of the show. Like, when you see her and then compare everyone else to her, that's what you get. Then you see the real picture. My God. I did not expect this at all, somehow. Not that I didn't expect it, but like when we finished the storyline, I just say no.
Didn't think that like it's gonna be
No.
continued. But like, didn't think about it, honestly.
Actually, I was working with one of your other salespeople last year. She was really very helpful. I would give her the business. Gloria Trillo.
Oh, well, she's no longer with us.
You know where she went?
Actually, she died.
What happened?
Well, she committed suicide.
Why?
But I got the impression she wasn't very lucky with men, that sort of thing.
I would expect him to talk to Ralphie, maybe.
Oh!
Again, she is the connection how they met.
This is a rare pleasure. Or is it medium well?
Artie, we should like question like life decisions when you're with Richie, Ralphie. This can only end badly. He's so
Okay. In a nutshell, I like to
not
borrow
bright.
money.
How little?
50,000. It's for a couple of weeks. I'm upgrading the kitchen and the restaurant.
Get the fuck out of here. But I think I'm gonna pass. Sorry.
Why not?
Because if you don't pay me back, I ain't gonna be able to hurt you.
Okay. It's like I felt that it's coming. You know what I mean?
Isn't this okay? Everybody hunky-dory?
Well, you know. Onward and upward.
How's Gloria Trullo? She's still, hanging around?
It's a terrible tragedy.
So you fucking know. You fucking know. You let me fucking sit there!
Please sit down.
How the fuck am I supposed to trust you? You're my doctor.
Please sit down. You're scaring me. You've been drinking.
Why the fuck didn't you help her?
Sometimes you can't.
I bet you charged her enough, didn't you, huh? I bet you didn't cut her a deal because you're a fucking incompetent.
I give my patients everything I've got. And when something like this happens, I'm devastated.
I literally can't believe that, like, she still sees him.
Mm-hmm.
I literally cannot believe it.
And I want you to know that I was upfront with her. She knew I was mad.
I'm aware of that.
Suicide. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What?
There's no one cause. You yourself just referred to her emotional problems. She slipped through everyone's grasp.
She did it after me. I mean, a minute. Reached out to me for me to care. And I wasn't there for her.
Why are you so quick to blame yourself?
What I do to you, you don't reach out to me.
What are you talking about?
Officer Furio called me and told me you came to him for money?
I did wonder why they
You need
come to
something, you don't come to
Tony.
me? I'm your friend.
Right. So consider yourself lucky I didn't impinge on our friendship.
Hey, but Artie, this is me. All right, you got it.
I told you, Tony, no.
What the fuck am I? A toxic person or something?
No, Tony, come on, please.
I'll charge you a point and a half, and believe me, I know that's a lot fucking better than Ralphie would do.
If he was not in this emotional state right now, he would know this was a bad idea.
3,000 brothers.
That's all.
He's like trying to be not toxic.
You're a great guy, Tony.
There we are.
God.
Hey.
Dinner's almost ready.
Mm-hmm.
This scarf has a symbolism of her hanging herself, going through Tony's neck as well. Chandelier.
Mm-hmm.
Brian bought the papers, Tony. He said you called him last night to hurry things along?
The Soprano Family Living Trust, as discussed.
And when I croak, it's your problem.
It's a shame you didn't get 8 tickets. That way Furio and Jessica could have come with us. It really takes the pressure off of a blind date.
Why she's guy can only get 6?
But you understand, well, like in the review, I'm gonna compare Furio and Carmela with Josh and Donna from The West Wing. I have a scene in mind.
Yes, for Patsy. Tell my son to take care of you.
Thanks, Tony. Wow. You're a great guy.
God.
Right.
God, everyone keeps saying you're a great guy. It started with Chris
Yeah.
to Archie to
no,
him.
Hey, Anna.
For you, but like in that one shot, she looked exactly like her. Later on, she did not look anything like her, but like in that one shot.
From
I
now
really
on,
was.
I'm gonna call her
Don't
Anna.
forget to call that meat order.
No problem.
I am blind on faces. I apologize. I'm so happy about this happening.
God.
Like, imagine saying anything to Charmaine. The only same fucking person here.
God.
I was like,
I
who
thought
is
it was
making out in this
Anthony.
house? Anthony, please. I've seen you when you were a child. Okay, well, you can just sit.
Hi. Hi.
Don't worry.
So, what do you call it? Yadro. I don't even want to say how much it costs. $3,000.
God, she is that person. Second, he's gonna...
Your house is out.
Someone's gonna steal that and sell it.
My mom's boyfriend's using it as an office, and I'm not at my dad's till next week.
My sister's dorm.
At Columbia? Sure, let's go. 161st Street.
Okay.
Where are you, my girl? This looks... She looks so cute. And so professional.
Yes, but like it was so cute to me how she was excited he's coming.
Big old Cadillacs.
Cause he doesn't want to like prove.
Our place in Tower looks exactly like Michael's in too. We have a boat though.
I'm like a gangster dude's girlfriend.
Well, like, she's a teenager. Like she like this.
But
is
like
the
he
type...
is 12.
I know, but like this is the type where like the time where you're gonna find this like, oh, this is cool. You know what I mean?
Are you sure this is it?
Brook Avenue and 161st Street.
Columbia, this is like Harlem.
South Bronx.
I didn't even hear Meadow.
She said to meet here, but like she was in some office, like
Yes, she's working with
law something.
Yeah,
They're mine.
she's so cute.
Yes.
When did you get taller than me? I'm Meadow, lightest man's sister. I'm Devin. Hi.
Can I talk to you?
Can I go to your
That's what you do on
dorm?
Friday night.
The South Bronx Law Center. It's a free criminal defense service for those who can't afford legal counsel. I intern.
Meadow, I love this for you.
What for?
You know.
No.
I-
No.
You gotta be kidding. Anthony, no.
Just for a little while. Why not?
I don't even want to think about it. It's my bed. How am I gonna go in there after?
We'll just stay on the coverlet.
No.
We came all the way over here.
I thought you wanted to go into the city. There's all this stuff going on.
I guess I just lucked out to be rich and live in a big house.
Yeah.
Even somebody like Steve Muscle, he's got alright clothes, but have you ever been to his house?
I don't think so.
His dad's a math teacher. They don't even have a dining room. There's 5 people living there. It's just this little box.
Beautiful. I eat so much of your gnocchi. I'm gonna get a belly.
What a loser with his fucking earring.
Emily, is Jean-Philippe okay?
What do you mean?
He was gonna call me. I left him a couple of messages. He didn't call me back. Did you hear from him?
Problems with the investment doctor?
Oh, what do you mean?
Police. What do you think? She suddenly wants to play hide the boo damn blank with you?
I love this woman. God, I love this woman.
Billy Joel, maybe you shouldn't count on us. You mean you might not be able to come?
Well, Furio
Now we
come
can
with
invite
Jessica.
Furio and Jessica.
Shane, that's awful. What am I gonna do with those tickets?
Insane
I
woman.
have a perfect
An
solution.
insane woman. Her eyes got wider.
It's nice. Us having dinner together.
He even went to her.
Can I have an Onina pickly? I know it's expensive.
Yeah. Bring me one too.
Well, it's all in the house, so...
So you and Bobby Bacala, huh?
So that's it. What is so fucking compelling to you about my personal business?
Jesus Christ, am I such an ogre? I was just gonna say he's a nice guy. I salute.
I'm sorry.
What am I, a toxic person?
You're a great brother. I mean, we can go at it pretty good, but you always seem to reach out when it counts.
Yeah? Did you ever know anybody that ever committed suicide?
Funny. I used to live in Seattle, Tony.
Anybody
What does that mean?
close?
Murray Furlong. People said he was in the CIA, gone for long periods of time. I always thought he was gay. I don't know. Maybe that's not mutually exclusive. But anyway. One day,
What's she talking?
you sucked down the end with your rifle.
Maybe this is technically the perfect moment for you to owe him money.
I know what the money's due in a couple of days. Frankly, I'm a little concerned. I can't get a hold of Jean-Philippe. He doesn't return my calls.
Did you go over there?
Well, not yet.
He hid in a car like an episode ago.
Well,
God.
Or 2 episodes ago.
buddy, you gotta go over there.
You want it to be like
Oh, I can't
Connie,
wait.
so
Go.
let's see now.
Can't wait. Go with your fucking earring there.
This is exactly what you wanted.
Oh, Jean-Philippe. You're home. I called you 5 times. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Message machine broken. Those,
And I had so much fucking respect for you for like 3 good seasons. And look at you now.
Oh, what are you gonna cry now, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna cry.
You frog-eating fudge to gods. I will fuck you up, man.
Please go.
I can't wait to see this, honestly.
Please go. He's not gonna go.
You don't think he's gonna
I don't think he's gonna go.
I think he has to go.
Oh, that's you. Come on. Jean-Philippe, yo. Qu'est-ce que c'est, man? Message machine broken? I'm sorry, I've been wishing to call you. I want my money. I just told you, I don't have it. Well, when are you gonna get it? I don't know, okay?
Like, what are we gonna do? We're not gonna beat him up.
Doesn't look too good. I want my money. Oh, you stupid. That money's spent. Operating expenses, not that trouble. No. You have my $50,000. It's business. It's a risk. I have a daughter who needs braces. Listen to me. I don't have it right now. You fucking French fucking lying cocksucker. Oh, fuck to your mother. Oh, you massacre. My ear. You ripped my fucking ear! You call me. Ow! Fuck you! Fuck you again, I'd kill you. Oh.
The funniest way this argument did end is him getting beat up. What was he?
What is this been our house? She says it's nice. Doesn't look that great.
Doesn't look that great. They live in different universes.
Can I help you?
We're here to see Devin Pillsbury.
Proceed on up. Park in the auto court.
There's an auto court. Oh, this is a house?
Help you guys?
It's okay, Ted. Hi, guys.
Artie, I just want you to remember a year ago, you were with your wife and kids, and you had dignity and decency, and you were a much better man than any man in this fucking show, and look at us now. I mean, again, compared to everyone else, you're still better, but still, how the mighty have fucking fallen. Maybe this is like a turning point for him.
I honestly think this is a great storyline.
I just want you to know that I tried. And I loved you, and I'm sorry I let you down.
What's the matter? What's wrong with you?
I'm complete and total failure.
Well, the first step is maybe we have a problem.
Take care of Charmaine.
What did you do, Artie? What did you do?
God.
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Artie, did
Did
you
you
do
actually?
something?
I don't think he did.
Don't go to sleep. Artie, you hear me? Don't go to sleep.
No, he's fine, but just like the way that he worded the sentence.
Yes, especially after what happened.
He's trying to kill himself. What the fuck am I doing? Call 911. Do more good than I can.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I feel so stupid. My mother's stupid Yadro, and we have a housekeeper 2 days a week.
I don't care.
I want the shit.
The next vodka. So this is what you do.
You don't understand. The money's gone.
Can't you come and talk to me? Hey, I'm your friend. Suppose you hadn't been able to reach me and I come over your house and I find you dead. How am I supposed to feel?
$50,000 to take the rest of my life.
Well, it's 51.5. Big wise, aren't you? Technically, you already missed the payment. We'll wipe my tab at the restaurant.
Thank you. The cobwebs are now removed.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You saw this whole thing, didn't you? You knew exactly what was gonna happen. You can see 20 moves down the road. Please, I don't blame you. I envy you. It's like an instinct, like a hawk sees a little mouse moving around a cornfield from a mile up.
You think it's my fault you're fucking lying in here?
It's just that somebody mentions 50 grand to bankroll a French digestif, and your mind goes through all the permutations at like internet speed and realizes, oh, worst case scenario, I eat for free.
You fucking suicide! You're disgraceful!
I'm sorry.
Now fuck that! Does anybody else know who's loaned you the money?
Like who?
Like who? I don't give a fuck who. Adriana, Farrington told her. My wife. Anybody? You don't care what people think. Well, I do. Enough people hate me. You fought back. They ripped your ear out of your ear. You were bleeding. You went inside your house. You took a bunch of pills to kill the pain because you knew you'd have to wait at the emergency room for a couple hours. A bottle of whites.
Tony, great tickets, great meal, great wine, and for being a great guy, I'm proud to call him a friend.
Run far fucking away.
So he says I planned it all along. That I could see 20 steps down the road how it was going to go and how he was going to get screwed.
Did you? See?
I don't know. According to him, it's subconscious, second nature.
But the accusation bothers you.
Is that the kind of person I am? A hawk?
Well, as I understand it, you make a lot of your living through usury. So why the pangs of conscience this time? Do you think your reaction would have been the same if it all, your friend taking the pills, all of it, hadn't happened a week or so after you found out about Gloria?
I'll tell you one thing.
Many things wouldn't be the
One
same.
suicide is bad enough, but two, they can both go fuck themselves. Made a donation to the suicide hotline in her name. That's it.
Well, now you're a dead man.
Yeah.
The projection screen in their meeting room was big as the small ones at AMC.
Hey, AJ, how come your dad doesn't have that Don Corleone money?
I don't know.
As if he's like...
Great. Fantastic episode.
What is this season?
Literally.
This was so good.
What an episode.
I loved everything about it. I just like this season. I don't know how highly people rank it personally, but everything just works so well for me so far.
I think I saw comments that people because like we adored every episode so far of this season. So like I did see comments how people love this season.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's their favorite one or like second, third favorite.
Yeah.
Again, it does have 6 seasons. You know.
Yeah, I mean, there's more to go.
So
I mean, this like could end up being my third or fourth favorite. You know
yes,
what I mean?
but like
who knows?
right now it started really good. Like
yeah.
Again, I am still I am still comparing it a bit with season 1 just because like season 1 of Sopranos like was one of my first favorite seasons. Literally, I really adored it, you know. So like I really think that like just like because of the story that like it wanted to say, and like again we did read later that like it was meant to be a movie, so like the story was complete. Like if you took season 1 and then you took on the side season 2, those two can compare somehow just because like this season like had complete story from start to finish, you know. So like somehow it was perfect to me. But so far this season, like every episode has been like one of my favorites, honestly.
Yeah. And like somehow like the stories are contained in an episode, and everything that happens in an episode somehow revolves around each other. But it just works great.
I agree, but like I just love how I like season was great, every episode was great, but like I had that feeling again a bit that like Tony was missing, and that is fascinating because we got him in this episode. Like this again, I might not like him in most of the cases, but like he is still one of my, let's say, favorite characters. Like he's one of the best characters of the show, if not the best one, you know.
Easily.
So like I love his episodes, I love his story, and like his story is this show for me, you know.
Yeah.
So like I've had a feeling like we haven't seen it in a while, and they literally gave it to us. Everything that like I had a feeling nothing was moving, nothing was changing with him, you know.
I mean, I think like Tony's not like disappearance, he was there constantly, but you weren't necessarily like in his head.
No, not at all.
Like I think it did serve to in a way put you where he is mentally, like somehow like to connect you with depression, because like he is not fully there, so like he is not necessarily there in the episodes, at least doesn't feel like he is in the episodes. And so like this episode was an episode that just like where we went into his head, which is an interesting place to be. And I don't know how to explain Tony in my mind, because like I'm also uncertain about who he is, you know, as a person, and like the feelings that he has. It seems like he feels guilt and like is plagued by, you know, guilt, and then at the same time like he is so overconsumed by himself in the context of that guilt. You know what I mean?
That is, you explained him perfectly in my opinion.
Does that work?
I just want to say that like I don't think that like I don't understand him. I don't think that like it's not that like it's confusing. To me it's pretty straightforward. He's a very self-centered guy.
Yes.
And he has these codes and these things that he's going by, but like again, I don't think he cares about those things. I don't think he cares about all these people. I think he's taught to care, and he's taught to follow protocols, and this is how it should be, and he should contain this image, and he should do this for his family and for this and that. But like I don't think those are the things that he feels. I think he, not gonna say like pretending, but like he is living like he feels them. He is acting like he feels them, but like I don't think he has those types of feelings. I don't know how to explain that.
That's the problem. I don't know how to talk about it, because like anything that happens on screen, I'm like, this is exactly what I expect Tony to do.
Exactly.
You know, so like in that way I can understand him. I just find it difficult to like talk about it, because like it's an enigma to me how like those things coexist within a person, you know?
In him feeling a guilt, it's all about himself.
Yeah.
Again, just like him finding like talking about his mother and figuring out things like about his mother and his past and his childhood, he's making a victim about himself. It's all about himself. He's doing nothing to change it, nothing to get over anything, to change himself, to become a better man, better husband, better father, better anything.
Yeah.
He is figured out what was missing in his childhood, and he's using that as an excuse to be a man who he is right now. And he's been doing that constantly, you know? Yeah. And now he found out that like this woman has killed herself, and he has potentially affected that in some ways. He's feeling guilt, maybe, you know? And what he is doing, he is trying to do something for everybody around him that he knows a good guy would do. You know, like a good husband would do. He needs to hear people telling him how good he is, you know?
He needs to reaffirm his belief that he is a good man.
Exactly.
Because like he does believe that in a way. Again, deep down, probably not, but like I think he has to move through life thinking that like in a way he is decent. You know, he's just earning money, and like how is he different than the banks, and like all this happened to him and whatever. So like he has to reaffirm himself as being decent, which he is not.
I adored that like after everything that like he did for Kamala in this episode, for Archie in this episode, for Carmela's cousin in this episode,
for Janice,
for Janice in this episode. I adore that like at the end when he was talking to Melfi and he said about Archie potentially killing himself and how that affected him. He said a sentence, I don't know exactly how he said it, but like he made it about him. He said something along the lines, how that would affect me.
Yeah, no, he said that because like I thought that in that moment, he said it to Archie. Like when he came into the hospital, he was like what if I found you dead? Yeah, he told it to Archie. Like, what if I found you dead? How would that make me feel? I was like, how did it make you feel?
Who cares?
Like, because like, you know, that is something that someone normal also could say. Like in the terms of like, it seems like a instinct that people are gonna say that to someone to like reaffirm to them that like they have people that love you, that don't want to see you hurt yourself, you know, like other people would say it in that type of a context. And so like if anyone else had said that line in any other show that we watched, my mind would not think anything of it. When Tony says it, I'm like, are you making this about you?
No, literally.
How this affects you.
The thing is, the entire episode, I was waiting for a comment. I was waiting for a comment of something, him saying something around himself.
Yeah.
Just because like I understand that like many people would do it, but like he's not for as many people, and he didn't act like in that moment. Like I don't think other people would act in that moment. Like that was somehow.
I thought it was even weird when he like, because I thought about it for a second. Like when he, at first I didn't even think Archie took pills. I just thought he was drunk and like said things. But like when Tony thought like Archie did something to himself, and he got up and like was frantic, and he was like, wait, what do I do? Let me call 911. They're gonna know what to do better than me. I was like, yeah, call 911, but like he did that so that he would also be able to stop. He didn't move. It's not like I feel like the instinct would be you keep going, but like on your way also call 911, but like you keep moving because you want to go check on your friend, but like he didn't keep moving, he just stopped. And like the whole thing with Archie's attempted suicide, he's also trying to cover it up so that no one knows that like he is the one that lent him money, and that like that made Archie also like, not that, but like the sequence of events that followed made Archie, let's say, want to kill himself, and he does not want that on him.
Yeah.
Again, it's about him, and this is not me saying that he doesn't care about Archie and about the other people like Chris or anyone else. Like he cares in his own way. Like, is that something that necessarily how I would want someone else to care for me? No, it is not. But like that, like that's the part in Tony that like he does feel guilt about the thing that happened with Gloria as well. Like he had that dream like of seeing her and everything, and so like all of that alludes to him feeling guilt about all of that. But like at the center of it, like the thing that the bigger thing that persists is he centers himself at that. Like, so it's like he's a narcissist. I mean, like Olivia was a narcissist.
That's what I want to say. I completely agree, but like
like
I don't think every person can care about the other person the same way. I think everything depends on how you were raised and how, like, what you were taught that love is.
Yeah.
Like, I think so many things make one person for who they are,
Yeah.
And Olivia and his father probably was in the core center of making Tony who he is.
Yeah.
Like his father, like of course, like natural flow of events, made Tony get into this business. He watched his father treat friends around him. He's probably treating his friends and his business partners the same way that his father has. Everything that like Tony saw, in his past. Love part, he has learned from Livia. Livia always centered herself. Livia always talked about how this make her feel, how she's gonna go to the grave immediately, how she centered and that is something that like Tony does as well, completely, constantly. So yes, I understand that like he does. I think he loves Carmela. I think he loves AJ. I think he loves Meadow. I think he does love people around him, just in different way than I love people around me.
The entire episode he like spent trying to like wash out the guilt, and at the end he like donated the money to the suicide prevention something, and like I feel like how things usually go in the next episode were good. That's how things usually go. Like we had a similar storyline to like a much lesser extent because he was not necessarily connected to the guy, but like the cop, right? Was it a cop that wouldn't take a bribe? Like at the end, like he went there with them, like he felt bad.
Yeah.
Like he felt something bad again because like he needs to believe himself to be a good person. And then after a while, like after that, he like kept it moving. It seems like it's just gonna be that kind of a thing again, but we're just again reaffirming who Tony is. And like I think it's such a fascinating character. It's such a like fascinating duality that you see in him.
Definitely.
That,
like, it's really
like I think it's so brilliant. And like again, knowing the impact of the Sopranos, like the shows that we watched that were later made, like I can like clearly see influences of Tony Soprano and other characters as well. like show the trying to accomplish this similar thing.
Honestly,
because like this was done so brilliantly.
I think Tony is really one of the best characters like that I have ever watched. I love, and I do believe he is like an antagonist in some ways. In many ways, like I just love how the whole thing was done, where in the beginning in season 1 we met him, we met Livia, we met how he felt. Like we just didn't know at the time much about him. We did not know all these things that like we're just slowly discovering from episode to episode, and I just adore it. I love how it was slowly shown to us, and how we are slowly learning who he is. That now when like he's in the beginning of this episode and he's talking to Chris and completely manipulating him, talking how he only trusts him because he is his blood. He's doing all of that for himself, nothing for Chris, you know? And that is also such a fascinating, just like again that serves.
I think he loves Chris.
Yeah, but like that serves as a purpose to Chris's character, like for us to empathize with Chris in some ways as well, you know, because like of the way that like Tony treats him, just like how we empathize with Tony in the way that like Livia treated him. Let's say you're probably his father, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it serves such as a purpose to show you who Tony is as well, and how self-centered he is.
Yeah, you know? Because like if this is how he treats the people that like I do believe that he loves in a way, you know, his way. Like, and this is how he treats them. Like that tells you enough about a person.
Because he loves Chris. He would like, if you love somebody, you would want to protect him. You would want to help him. If you think that this business is good for him, let's say, because you can't separate right or wrong, and you think this business is good, you want to help him in this business. You don't think about only yourself and how you feel about those things. You don't put yourself on the first spot if you love somebody, at least in my opinion. But that is the way that, how he loves people around him. You know, he thinks about himself and his needs, and
everything else after that.
With Carmela, he cheats on her because like he needs it in those moments. Like he does not care that it hurts the woman that he loves. You know, he's gonna buy her presents later, and that's gonna erase everything else.
She's gonna accept the presents, and that's the type of dynamic they have. Like that whole storyline, I loved it. It was so well done. Like I think even Gloria, having committed suicide, like so many episodes later, were like you literally forgot about her. You know what I mean? Like it feels like how you would find out that someone, like how else would he have found out? Like it seems so random. But that's how he would find out that she did pass away.
I really like it. I like it even more than like if he found it out in that moment. Like I just think I love the impact of it.
Yeah, I think it was so great.
Especially because we also know that like they finished, and we also know that like he sent a guy to threaten her. You know, that was shocking to me. Now finding out like that she's dead, that she killed herself.
I mean, again, that was like the thing that we feared, like knowing, like I think the first scene that we saw of her and Melfi, like Melfi mentioned that she tried to commit suicide after she broke up with her previous boyfriend. Like so already, you know, she was not doing okay. And of course, like if you get into any type of relationship with someone that is not mentally doing okay, and if that person eventually does end up harming themselves or others, like you cannot blame yourself for these things, because like there's a multitude of things that have like transpired, you know. And like I would never put blame on anyone, you know, but like you are not human if you don't like think about how you contributed to this, you know, like you're simply not human. Another storyline that we had this episode, which I thought was a great storyline, and I love what they're doing with this character, is Archie. Archie, God, we were like, again, we were on such a fucking high with Archie. I considered him and Charmaine sane people in this show, you know, just like showing you a sane version in an unsane world. And Archie had his insecurities, you know, and I thought that was like normal, and it made him like endearing, you know, that he like felt these things but like still didn't act upon them until he one day just like let all those insecurities eat up at him, and like he just became this, you know, like he's going through like a crisis or whatever. Literally only a matter of time before he gets scammed.
I mean,
literally, like the second I like first when the guy is speaking, I wasn't even sure like what they were talking about, but I was like sure that this guy wants some money and that Archie's gonna give him this money, and this guy is never gonna pay back, because like it seemed like such an Archie thing to happen to him, you know, because like
he wants to get into this business. He wants to be that guy and to earn money in this way, because he sees people. He
thinks he is like that guy, and like he's doing this because he likes the girl, the hostess or whatever, and this is her brother. So like it's a double whammy for him.
In my opinion, he's doing this because he wants to. He's seeing people around him, how tough they are and how they earn money in such an easy way, and he wants to feel like that.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why he constantly was trying to find a way to get into the business in any way, to earn money in an easier way.
Yeah.
You know, and this opportunity opened up. You know, he could have proved himself, like you said, to the girl in this moment. He took it, and I honestly loved the storyline. I liked even that he first went to Ralphie. You know, Ralphie, I loved what Ralphie said. Ralphie said, I can't. That just tells you who Ralphie is. Like, his first thought was not like...
he enjoys people not paying back because then he can hurt
exactly.
them. Like,
he didn't say, like, I don't
is.
know, I can't get into this. I don't know if you're going to give me back. I don't want to risk it. I don't want this. I don't want to...
it's going to be tricky because you're Tony's friend, so, like, I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, and no, he said, I can't hurt you later if you don't...
Yeah. He said such a perfect line to encapsulate his character.
Exactly. I really
single fucking
honestly,
line.
I really love that about in that moment, because like that it makes just perfect sense that Ralphie that like that was the first place where Ralphie's mind went to. But like also I do believe that like Archie's mind went to that place as well. Not like that Ralphie can hurt him, but like that Tony can help him.
Yeah,
you know, like
he's gonna be in a way protected.
He's protected because of Tony, so like he can. Like I don't think if Tony was not involved, he would ask for money. He would not be brave enough. In this case scenario, he knows he has the strongest person behind him. So yes, he can be bold, let's say, and brave, and like try to do this. But
he ended up taking money from Tony.
Yeah,
who at that point was willing to give it. You know, however dumb it.
Went to him basically to give him. That was all after he found out about Gloria.
Yeah.
You know, so like he went to him to give him money.
Yeah.
To feel good. Even though Archie at the end said that like he
must have known.
He must have known. And I completely agree with that.
I mean, Tony did like himself think that out loud, like deep down, did I know?
He did know, because like personally I didn't think he would have given him money. I don't think if Gloria didn't die and he didn't find out that Gloria died, I don't think he would have given him money, potentially, you know.
Honestly, I feel like he would have, because like he knew that he was not gonna be able to pay him back, and so like he can like maybe get something from him.
Okay, maybe. But in my opinion, this was in that moment he wanted to feel good about himself.
Definitely.
Giving this money to Archie. And he didn't have anything to stop him, because at the end of the day, he knew that like he's gonna get this money back.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. We did see Furio at the end coming to this guy.
The money is back.
Money is back. Tony, in my opinion, knew that he's not losing anything, that he's only gaining things.
But literally, he like cleared his tab. He ate for nothing.
Yes.
Like you eat on the dime of your friend, but like you're using him. You know what I mean? He lost nothing in that.
So, in my opinion, again, that tells you... like this whole thing, like yes, it tells you a lot about Archie. I again love the story that like is happening with Archie right now. It's a bad story, but like it's very interesting.
It's very straightforward.
Yeah,
you know, there's like,
but like I think,
Archie.
In my opinion, this serves to even bigger purpose for Tony to show you what kind of a friend he is.
Yeah,
honestly. So. First, he knew that his friend is gonna mess.
The stories connected.
Yes, first he knew his friend is gonna mess up, and yet he put him in that position.
Like he knows his friend. This is like go. You have to go to the guy.
Literally.
Like I've seen Archie for like 10 episodes, you know what I mean? I can tell you that is not a good thing that's gonna be happening.
I honestly thought that like Archie's gonna go try to be scary, and this guy's gonna tell him, get the fuck out, I'm gonna kill you. That even happened just like with ripping the ear thing in the meantime, you know? Which is even worse.
Which like I think is poetic considering like what the earring represents.
Exactly, I really love
I think it's very poetic that thing got ripped out.
No, honestly,
beautiful. With
everything that we tell you, isn't this a perfect show? Like wasn't this a perfect episode? Like, and the whole season has been like this. Honestly,
no, literally, this is a very consistent season for me, where somehow every storyline, it's great and it connects to everything, and I enjoy everything so much.
So far, this season, 10 out of 10. Honestly, so like I cannot wait. And again, I, in my opinion, think that usually first half of the season is slower than the second half with storytelling, things connecting.
So this can only technically
get
better.
In my opinion, this season can potentially be my favorite one if it stays consistent like it started. Like we have watched 6 episodes, and those 6 episodes have been perfect. I mean, minus the Columbus part, but like doesn't matter. Didn't change anything.
No.
We also had AJ a bit, and the story with him and his. It's fun to watch that story.
I like that story because I mean, like he is getting with a girl, and in his mind, like he is, you know, the pinnacle of rich, but like there's someone richer than him, and so like that's, you know, shocking, and like he. Like he doesn't feel good about this,
he's
and
really
like
taken
that and I think like that can be, let's say, seen as ridiculous because like both of you live pretty great fucking lives, you know, and so like what the fuck is he complaining about? But like I think it speaks on the bigger thing of like him not having anything else in his life, you know, like because money, of course, helps.
And who
like money is not gonna buy happiness, but like it's gonna buy comfort, it's gonna buy certain things, it's gonna allow for certain things, but like at the end of the day, you're not gonna have a good father or a good mother with the money, and he doesn't have that. So like the only thing that like he has, let's say, going for him is that like he is rich, basically. And so like when there's someone that's richer than him, like that's gonna hit him more. Like this is not, I mean, sure, he is a spoiled kid, I guess, as well, but like I think it speaks more on the fact that like this is the only thing that he has, which is, again,
I completely agree,
very fucking sad.
I completely agree.
For me with the kids.
I completely agree.
So I never want to hear anyone calling them annoying or anything like that, because
I'm very interested in where Meadow's story.
Meadow's doing great right now.
Yes,
I really like what she's doing right now.
Again, I do believe her character is gonna go like this.
Yeah.
Again, I think his backstory is gonna influence every move that she makes.
Yeah.
Even now, going with this, it can be influenced with her father as well.
Yeah.
So I am just like very interested to see the whole story and what they're gonna do and where it's gonna end at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but like I really do believe that like it's such a great story, honestly. I can't wait.
Whatever happens with the kids, like that's one of my most anticipated things about this whole show, like where the kids end up.
Yeah, I mean, we had a bit of Furio and Carmel, but like nothing really did happen. You said that you had a reference.
Oh my god, yes, I'm sorry, I'm gonna reference Josh and Donna from the West Wing, which anytime I can bring up West Wing, I'm gonna do that. And Josh and Donna are like, I adore Josh and Donna, but like it reminded me when Jonna was trying to set up Josh with what is her name, Lucas?
I know the girl.
Something Jill Lucas, I don't know. And then like Lucas was explaining to Josh why Donna is trying to set him up.
Lucas was
explaining to Josh like why Donna was trying to set them up, and then she said something online, so like because she likes you and she knows it's beginning to show, so she needs to like cover it up with with misdirections. And here is Carmela being like, let's get him up with Jessica. And then now here he is with Jessica and Carmela. Girl is like so like that's just like a little. But I love that side story happening in every episode.
Yeah,
like too. I don't know, somehow everything works so great this season for me. I just really like I don't have enough words of praise.
I also think that like the next episode is gonna be great because I did see a picture.
Yes, and she hid it from me and she was like, I hid it from you, but like you're gonna see when you like I need to exit this window. So let's see. They're getting married?
They're getting married.
What is the episode called? Watching Too Much Television. Tony and the gang throw
it can also be that they're preparing.
Maybe
and
she's
like choosing wedding dresses, but like again, any story about Adriana, I think is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, because like this episode we didn't have her in the FBI, so I'm sure like next episode is gonna be like cover that.
So honestly, I cannot wait to see the next episode. I think it's gonna be great. Honestly,
I'm so excited.
I adore her.
That's it, guys.
Okay, guys.
Thanks for
Thank
watching.
you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.